Welcome to this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com. I'm Jessica Marksbury, joined today in our New York City studio by Sports Illustrated's Mark Godich, Golf Magazine's David DeNunzio, and Golf Magazine's Cameron Morfit via Skype. The first big event of the 2014-2015 season kicks off in China this week, the WGC-HSBC Champions. One notable player who will not be in attendance, world number one, Rory McIlroy, and why he's taking time off to prepare for his ongoing legal battle against his former management company, Horizon Sports. Now, Cameron, we're all wondering just how will this affect Rory heading into next season? He's obviously going to be the player of the year, had some stellar momentum heading into the end of this season. So what's in store for Rory going forward?
Well, people are worried about Rory. People are saying, oh, this may affect his Masters preparation. This may affect his 2015. But I'm really not worried about Rory at all. I mean, I feel like he's got the bulk of his off-course distractions behind him. And I think, if anything, this proves he's got this killer instinct that we didn't really know he had. We thought he was just this sort of nice kid that was sort of a guileless golfer, and he could settle this thing no problem, but he wants to go to court. He wants to win this thing. And, I'm actually encouraged by Rory taking this thing all the way and taking the fight to Horizon.
I guess you really know you're the number one player at the top of your game when you start skipping these high-profile events a la Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I beg to differ, though, Cam. I think this is going to be a big distraction. The trial isn't until the middle of February. He's going to be on the stand. We're going to drag a bunch of people in. Who knows what's going to come out of it? And, we went down this road last year with the whole Caroline thing and the engagement and everything, and it took him a long time to get back on track.
I think Mark is correct. I mean, distractions are looming everywhere on the PGA Tour. The competition is intense. The travel's intense. I think anything small can distract even the world's greatest player. You even saw it when he switched equipment companies and he switched gear and he had a horrible start to, 2012 season. And this was, technology. They could have made that gear exactly to spec as his old equipment. Even that with distraction kind of derailed him a little bit. There's going to be some feelings hurt, some friends cast aside. It will be interesting to see how it plays out, no doubt.
Certainly, Cameron, with everything that Mark and David have said, don't you think also going forward some of the sordid details of this lawsuit have to affect Rory in some way? I mean, the fact that the mediation didn't work out leads me to believe that there are some very specific details that will come to light that may be embarrassing for Rory heading into next year.
Well, look, the judge has warned of those details possibly coming out. We're just going to have to see what those details are. But I think if you look at what happened this season with the off-course distractions, he had moved himself to South Florida. He had changed his entire equipment from ball to clubs. He had this whirlwind global romance going with Caroline Wozniacki, and he had the lawsuit looming over his head. He's through with most of those things, guys. This is in the absolute home stretch for this lawsuit. So he's just seeing it through to its completion. I really think that the season doesn't really get started until April 2015 anyway. So again, I think you're both wrong. I think this thing is not that big of a deal unless there's some huge bombshell revelation, in which case I think he would have settled this thing.
I just can't help but think back to the PGA Championship and how excited he was about looking forward to Augusta. And now in February we're going to be dealing with this. And he can make this thing go away in a minute, and it'll certainly draw interest to the trial because there must be something there that we're all going to be excited to see.
Well, Cameron, David, Mark, thank you so much for your time and insight. We'll certainly look forward to Rory McIlroy's return to competitive golf. Thanks for joining us here on Tour Confidential on Golf.com. We'll see you right back here next week.